Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a baby and me bar class. So for all of the moms, aunties, grandmas, grab your baby. This is my nephew, Monty Stone. It's his first workout. As you can see, he's pretty professional at this. So we're going to get right into it. You're going to be needing a baby, a mat. You might be needing a towel or a pillow for some extra support, and a chair for your bar if you don't have a bar, and a baby carrier. So let's get started. Routine. There's a couple of ways you can hold your baby, either facing you, one hand underneath, one hand supporting his back and head, or you can go the other way. One hand underneath, one hand supporting his front. I think I'll start with this for now. If you have a smaller baby, you can cradle or support them on your shoulder, hand behind his head, his or her head. So we're gonna go facing front because that's Monty's favorite position. So we're gonna start with a warm-up. We're just gonna start by marching the legs up, nice and high, keeping the torso nice and tucked. Chest is lifted, and we're just bringing the knees up, just right outside of the baby. Keep breathing, chin up, nice and long. And we're gonna go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to bring our legs out to the side, open up the hips, keep breathing, keep the chest nice and lifted, core is strong. For 3, 2, last 1. Now we're going to come into butt kickers, warming up the quads. Try and reach your butt with your heels. Good boy, Monty. A few more here. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Now for this, you want to have your baby in front if you're holding them on one side or the other. We're going to come into a second position. The lower you go, the little bit harder it's going to be. And we're just going to lean forward, right, back, left. So just warming up the torso. Is that fun? Keep breathing. Last one, and we're going to switch sides. So let's go forward, left, back, right. Forward, left, back, right. 2 more. You can kind of make a circle out of it. Last one. Keep breathing. Hold here. We're just going to twist our torso slightly. Be sure not to over twist. Breathing, warming up the spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back in the middle. Go ahead and come up to standing. Just going to turn him around this time. And we're going to go into a slide and glide. So we're going to squat down low, step to the side, bring that left foot to meet the right, step to the left, bring the right foot to meet the left. So we're going to speed this up and just tap the foot on each side. Warming up the quads, glutes, hamstrings, keeping the spine nice and long. Head is lifted, chest is lifted. Keep going here, keep breathing. few more, just warming up those lower leg muscles. 4, 3, 2, last one, finish up, other side. Go ahead and come up. So now we're gonna come down onto the mat. And for this, you can just lay baby down, hopefully they behave. So we're gonna start by engaging the pelvic floor, which is really good for new mothers. So we're gonna focus on trying to feel those lower abs. Catch your breath. We're just going to press our hips back, releasing the abs. We're gonna squeeze the pelvic floor as we press our hips forward. So not much movement in the upper body. It's all coming from the lower body, hips, lower abs, squeezing as you come forward, releasing as you press back. Hi, baby. It's okay. Okay. Keep squeezing. We're okay. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna release back down. Oh no! Onto the floor. All fours kneeling. Shoulders above your wrists. Knees below your hips. Square up. Make sure your hips are straight. You want to engage your abs so you have a nice strong core. And then we're just gonna lift the right arm. Left foot comes back. And we're gonna lift up, tap down. 4 times each side. Lift up, tap down. You can take this as fast or slow as you want, depending on how stable you feel. Release. Other side. Left arm comes out, right foot comes back, and we're just gonna lift up simultaneously, release. Core is strong. 2 more. Last one, and release. We're just gonna press back, down into a quick little child's pose. Take a deep breath. And release back up. So we're gonna come into our arm series next, which we're gonna be using the baby as our weight. So first, we'll start with just some knee push-ups. So baby can be underneath you. Knees come back. You want your body to be in a straight line. From here, as far or as deep as you need to go. You don't have to go all the way down. We're going to come down into a push-up, press back up. Let's do 8 here. Ready? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Press it back. Quick little stretch. Now we're going to come up to kneeling. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. We're going to do some forward presses. So that's just going to look like holding your baby, however is comfortable for him, her, and you. And we're just going to press forward, back. We're going to do this 8 times, nice and slow and steady. Keep breathing. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. How is that? Okay, we have another baby arms. So holding them low, get a good position here. So supporting their head with one hand, bottom with the other. We're just gonna row. So from here, toes are pointing forward, knees are slightly bent, chest is lifted, hips are back. We're just gonna bend the elbows and lift them up. Breathe here. We'll do 2 sets of 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna go ahead and switch positions. So we get an even workout. 8 more, let's go for 8. 7, it's okay. 6, 5, wow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. All right, our last one is laying down on the mat. Baby is facing you. Hi, Bubba's. So we're just gonna come down into a laying position. Bringing them up. Wow, and down. So an overhead press, holding on to baby. You're so cute. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Okay, good job, Bubba's. All right, now we're gonna go into our core exercises. So we're gonna come back up to standing. Okay, since Monty decided to be a little fussy and needs to be fed, we have a replacement for the core portion of this workout. So we're gonna start with standing, holding the baby, facing forward or facing towards you. We'll go with facing towards me because it's a little creepy looking. We're gonna start holding the baby in the center line of your body, and we're just gonna do a standing crunch. So similar to what we did in the warm-up, but feel free to lean forward a little more with your upper body. So keeping that spine nice and long and straight, you're gonna lean and crunch those lower abs. So really tighten the core and crunch forward. Keep breathing. Probably feel this down into your hip flexors. Do 4 more each side. 3. Last 2. Last 1. And release. Now we're going to come into a second position. So the lower you sit on this, the more challenging it's going to be. And we're going to side crunch. So bend directly over your hips. You don't want to be leaning too far forward or too far back. So really engaging those obliques. Let's get started. 2 sets of 8 here. Keep breathing. Keep the whole core nice and tight. Feeling it in your legs, in your thighs, glutes, quads. Sit down a little lower. Finish up strong. 4, 3, 2, last 1, both sides, and release. So the next few core exercises are going to be done on the mat, so go ahead and come down onto the mat. I'm going to keep your knees first to start lifted up towards the ceiling. Baby's going to come down on the back of your, on the front of your legs, resting. And we're going to come into a V-sit. If you can hold it here, that's great. If you need to lower the legs down a bit, try to keep the back pressing back, your upper body, sorry, pressing back a little more just to engage those abs, to keep the core nice and tight. If you're here, keep holding, keep breathing. Chest is lifted, spine is nice and long. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the feet down, come up, adjust, wiggle. Now we're gonna leave our feet planted on the floor. Lean back slightly on those sits bones, and we're gonna do a half back crunch. So we're just gonna lean back and come forward. So engaging that core as you lower back, and again as you lower forward. You wanna keep the torso nice and long, nice and engaged. Chest is lifted. Keep breathing, looking forward. Nice neutral, long spine. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Wiggle it out a little bit. We're gonna come into a mini Russian twist. I just say mini because maybe our range of motion is not going to be as big as a full Russian twist. So sitting here, baby is still in this position. If you have a smaller baby and you want to use them as a weight, feel free, but I would suggest leaving your child here if they're a little bigger. It might be a little too much. So bringing the hands in front of the chest, we're just going to turn and engage those obliques. Breathe in and out. Still keeping that chest lifted. Entire core, abs are strong. Keep going here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Finish up other side. And release. Now we have one last core exercise. We're going to do a plank. So lay your baby down on the floor underneath you. I'm going to come into a forearm plank. And if you're here, that's great. If you need to come down onto your knees, that's also totally fine. Depending on where you are with your body, you choose what feels best for you. So we're just going to breathe and hold that plank. Body is nice and long. You're lifting up out of your neck. Shoulders are above your elbows. Glutes are tight. Core is tight. Everything is tight. And breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. We're going to press back into another quick little child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Come forward to a little cobra or upward dog. Stretch the abs. Come up into an all-fours position. And we're going to do some cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the spine. So inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round out of the shoulders and spine. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to slow So if you don't have a bar, we're going to be using a chair. And that is totally fine. So go ahead and get a nice stable chair, get your baby, and get your baby carrier. And I'm going to go get my real baby.
Yep.
Okay, so Monty's back. So you have your baby in your carrier, strapped to the front of you. It can be facing out or towards you, whatever is more comfortable for you and your baby. So we're going to start by facing the bar. We're going to have our feet parallel, knees parallel, hips facing towards the bar, shoulders lifted, torso is nice and strong. We're going to sit a little bit low. We're going to come up onto the toes, and we're going to lift that left foot up to a 90 degrees. And we're just going to pulse here on that right leg. So breathing, lifting and lowering, warming up that entire leg. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Quickly stretch out that leg. And we're going to do it on the other side. So bend the knees, chest lifted, torso nice and strong. Lift up onto the toes. Bring that right foot up. And we're going to pulse. Lift up and down. Keep breathing. Oxygenate all those muscles that are working. Few more here. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake out those legs. We're going to come into a first position. So heels together, toes pointed out. Facing the bar, holding onto the bar for support. We're going to lift up onto the toes. Bring the heels in a little bit closer. And we're just going to lift and lower. Warming up the calves. All the way up into the inner thighs. This is great for your ankles, ankle stability, and for your feet. Keep breathing and lifting for 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Go ahead and quickly step back, stretching out that back calf. Release, other side. Stretch. And we will come into a fourth position. So we're going to start with our right foot. You can actually face forward. So we're going to be using the bar for stability at our side. So starting with the right foot forward, left foot behind, making a V formation. We're just going to lift up onto the toes. Try and bring those feet a little closer if you can. Really squeeze those inner thighs, squeeze the glutes. And we're just going to lower and lift. So lowering down and squeezing the inner thighs as you lift up. Keep breathing. Hips are tucked under. You don't want those booties sticking out. Chest is lifted. Nice long neutral spine. Few more here. Nice deep breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold it down low and we're going to pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. I'm going to turn so you guys can see me. We're just going to tuck the hips and release back. So similar to what we did in our warm-up, only we're just gonna really squeeze the inner thighs and release. Squeeze, release. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna lower it down and hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Tuck those hips. 3, 2, 1. Release. Go ahead and stretch out the quad. Quickly get a little release. Take a nice deep breath. And we're going to go to the other side. So left foot in front, right foot behind. Making a slight V formation. Come up onto the toes. Bring the feet in a little closer. We're just going to bend the knees. Don't forget to tuck your hips. Nice lengthened upper body. Bend the knees and squeeze to lift. Keep breathing. Keep a nice upright posture and squeeze those inner thighs. Keep it up, guys. I know you're with me. 4 more. 3, 2, last 1. Bring it down low and pulse it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Tuck those hips in and back. Squeeze those inner thighs and inner glutes to tuck and release. Tuck and release. Keep breathing. Four, 3, 2, 1. Hold it low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Stretch out those quads again. Get a quick little release. Now we're going to come into a first position. So heels together, toes pointed out. We're going to lift up. And we're going to bring those heels nice and close together. And we're going to do the same thing. Bend the knees, squeeze the inner thigh to lift up. So nice long torso, shoulders back, hips tucked. Let's go. Keep breathing. We'll do 2 sets of 8 here. Eight more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it low, pulse it. 2 sets of 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop those heels. Keep those feet in first position. We're just going to plie low and lift. So this might feel a little bit easier, but make sure you're really still squeezing those inner thighs. Chest is lifted. 4, 3, 2, last one. Keep it low, pulse it. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Stretch out those quads again. Release really fast. And we're gonna go into arabesque. So facing towards your bar or your chair, we're going to be slightly leaning forward, about arm's length distance from the bar. Knees are bent, hips over heels. We're gonna bring the feet into a slight first position. Bring that right leg straight back. Shoulders are in line with the bar. Lifted, looking ahead. We're gonna lift that back right leg. Left knee stays bent. So we don't want a straight knee, bent knee. Let's go lift and lower. All the way down, all the way up. Squeezing in that glute hip crease. Keep breathing. Eight more full lifts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, keep it lifted, pulse it up, 2 sets of 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift up slightly, bend that toe, bend the knee, and lift. Pulse, you're gonna feel it in that side glute. 8 more, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release, shake it out briefly. We're gonna move to the other side. So slight first position with your feet, bend the knees, hips above heels, are about arm's length distance from the bar. We're gonna lean forward slightly, shoulders parallel with the bar. Left foot kicks back this time, keep that right knee bent, and we're gonna lift and lower. Full range of motion here, squeeze the glute to lift up, and slowly release as you lower down. Feeling it right there where the bottom of the butt meets top of the hamstring. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it lifted, pulse it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift up slightly, bend the knee, point the toe, pulse, pulse it up. Squeeze that booty, side of the glute, and outer thigh is working here. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Go ahead and shake it out. Let's do some hip circles. Breathe, catch your breath. I know I'm sweating already. Other way. So these next few moves, we're gonna try to do without much of the bar. So it's a little bit more on balancing as well as lower body. So we're gonna start in a second position and we're just gonna go into that full plie squat. So knees track back. We don't want them to be pointing too far forward, and they shouldn't be going over your toes. If you need to step out a little bit wider, do so. Hips are tucked, no booty sticking way back out there. Chest is lifted, torso is tight, supporting your baby and upper body. Keep breathing, squeezing to lift. And 4, 3, 2, last one, keep it down low, pulse it out. 2 sets of 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. So staying in this wide second position, we're going to plie, press up into a first position, plie. Step back out with that right foot, second plie, first plie, second plie, first plie. See if you can find your rhythm there. Keep breathing. Strong upper body. Squeezing those inner thighs, glutes, quads. Full body workout today. Four more. Keep breathing. Last 2. Last 1. Release. I'm going to step forward a bit, and we're going to do a curtsy. So left foot pointing forward, right leg is going to come back, curtsy, squat, and lift. Curtsy, lift. So you're going to be feeling it deep in that left leg. You don't want to put too much pressure in those right toes when you go back. Try to lift up and out of that left leg. Keep breathing, keep that chest lifted. Four more. Three, 2. Last 1, hold it here, pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Shake out those legs. All right, we got the other side. So we're gonna come into that second position. Take a nice deep breath. Plie, second, plie to first. Second, first. Second, first. Use those glutes and inner thighs. Squeeze you up to the top and come back down. Keep that nice steady breath. Four more. 3, 2, 1. Release. Step forward a bit and go into that second side curtsy. So left leg steps back, bring it up. So really using that right leg, engage and lift you back up to the top. Keep breathing. Try to make sure that knee's not going over the toes. Almost there. Last 4, 3, last 2, last 1, hold it back there, pulse it down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Shake it out. Just a few more standing leg exercises and we're almost done. So we're gonna come into a squat, but our feet are gonna be pointing forward, tracking underneath our hips. So it's a narrow squat. So feet forward. You don't have to sit too low. Make sure your knees don't track over your toes. Engage those glutes. Core and spine is engaged. Core is engaged to protect your spine. Chest is lifted. Squat down. Lift the right side leg. We're gonna go to the left after this. So it's gonna look like squat and lift. All right, join me. Squat and lift. Pressing back into those heels. Engaging those glutes. Breathing. Keep it up, we're almost there. If you need something to balance on, go ahead and grab that chair. Two more. Last one. We're gonna go to the other side immediately. Left leg lifts. Squat back, lift. Squat back, lift. Nicely done, guys. I'm sure you're all with me. Nice deep breaths. Almost there. Last two. Last one. And release. Go ahead and shake it out a little bit. One last standing exercise. And we're down to the ground, and then we have our final stretch. Final stretch. So we're gonna come out, starting with the left leg. You can go ahead and use the bar on your right side. So left leg is gonna come out, sit down, and we're gonna squeeze that inner thigh to bring the toes diagonal across our body. So second, squeeze and lift. Second, squeeze and lift. Make sure your knees aren't tracking over your toes. Your bum is tucked. Your chest is lifted. Shoulders are relaxed. Keep breathing. Really squeeze that inner thigh to lift. Don't just fling your leg up there. Almost there, 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Release. Now we're gonna come into that little diagonal lift, attitude as they call it. Just gonna slightly bend the knee, point the toes, and lift with that inner thigh squeezing. Breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. We're gonna go to the other side. I will move my chair so you guys can see me. So stepping out to second with the right leg, and then squeezing to lift across your body diagonally. Let's begin. Second and squeeze. Second and squeeze. Keep breathing. Upper body is lifted. Lower body is squeezing to lift, squeezing to lift. starting to get shaky. A few more. Four more. 3, 2, squeeze those inner thighs. Last one, squeeze, release, reposition yourself, elongate. We're gonna squeeze that right thigh, bend the knee, point the toes, squeeze it up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that inner thigh. And breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. We can get rid of that bar or chair. And we're gonna come into all fours. So, if your baby's asleep, like my nephew, I'm just gonna have to support his head so that you guys can see the moves. But we would have all fours on the ground. And starting with the left leg this time, we're gonna point that toe back. So make sure your torso is nice and tight, abs are engaged, shoulders over ankle, left toe back, just like that arabesque. We're just gonna lift and lower. So breathing, squeezing that glute to lift and lower back down. It's a nice slow movement. Your glute is engaged the entire time. So we're not just swinging the leg up and letting it drop. We have to physically lower it back down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I forgot to say, with your baby, you would just put him here underneath you as you do these exercises. So, back to the exercise. You're gonna lift that leg up, straight out, and we're gonna pulse for 2 sets of 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Sit it back. Stretch out that glute a little bit. And come back up. We're going to go to the other side, other leg. So right leg goes back this time. Same thing. So elongate out of those shoulders, out of the neck. Core is solid. Shoulders over wrists. And we're just going to lift, squeeze the glute, and lower back down. So engaging that right glute the entire time. Lift and lower. Nice and slow. Keep breathing. Breathe through the pain. We're almost done. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, keep it lifted, pulse it up, 2 sets of 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, squeeze that glute, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back into the child's pose. Stretch out the glute. And we're going to come onto our back. So So you can either lay them down next to you, you're gonna be on your back, and we're gonna be lifting the hips, hip bridge. Or you can, if you want more of a challenge and your baby says so, you can put them on your hips and actually squeeze and lift them up, which is a bit more challenging. So it's up to you. So get your baby in position, and we're going to have a flat back. Lower back is pressed into the ground. Knees in line with the hips, in line with the ankles and heels. And we're just gonna squeeze those glutes and lower back down. So same thing with those all fours arabesque leg lifts. You wanna be squeezing the entire time. So even when you're lowering, your bum is still tense, is still squeezed. So with or without the baby on you, it's still a challenge. We're doing nice, slow and controlled lifts. Let's do 8 more here. And we're gonna go into pulses after this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted, pulse it for 2 sets of 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Go ahead and bring your baby to your side. And we have our final stretch. So starting off with the ever so appropriate happy baby. Grab the inside of your heels or of your feet. Open up those hips and press or pull those knees down in towards the ground. Breathe and relax. You guys made it through the whole baby and me bar workout. I am Drew Garrett, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little baby class. I hope that your guys' babies were well behaved. So we're going to come into a straight leg stretch. So grab onto the back of your thighs, calves, ankles, wherever you can, whatever feels good for you. Keeping those hips on the ground, baby by your side. And you're just going to pull those legs in towards your chest. Stretch out those hamstrings. Try and flex the feet. Try and straighten the legs. Going to engage those calves and back of the knees. And release the left leg down. Right leg stays lifted. Pull that right leg in closer to your body. Keep that left leg flat on the ground. You're going to point the toe, roll out the ankle, both ways. Point that toe. Bring that leg in a little closer to your body. Try to keep it as straight as you can. Now we're going to do a little ballet stretch. So we're going to flex the foot, bend the knee in towards that right shoulder, point the toe, and lift back up. So flex, bend, point, lift. Flex, bend, point, lift. Last one, flex, bend, point, lift. Bring that left leg up, lower that right leg down all the way to the floor. Bring that left leg in a little closer. Flex the foot, roll out that ankle, both ways. Point that toe, bring the left leg in closer. Flex that foot, and we're gonna start on this side. So flex the foot, bend the knee in towards the shoulder, point the toe, straighten. Flex, bend, point, straighten, flex, bend, point, straighten, flex, bend, point, straighten. Last one, bend, point, straighten, release, bring that left knee pointing towards the ceiling, left foot flat on the ground, right leg comes up over, lift that left leg, so figure 4 stretch, grab onto the back of that left thigh, pull that right leg in, really stretching and releasing that right glute, right outer thigh, and release, switch sides, lift that right leg, grab onto the back of the right thigh, and pull in towards your chest, releasing that left glute and outer thigh. Nice deep breaths here. Let your body rest and regenerate itself. Squeeze those knees in towards your body. Give yourself a great big hug. You guys have finished this awesome class. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you guys will stay tuned for more. Thank you guys so much.